Good morning, dear students. In the previous lecture, we have discussed about the Bohr's hydrogen atom model. In this lecture, on the basis of three postulates of the Bohr's hydrogen atom model, we will calculate radius of the orbit, velocity of the orbit, frequency of electron in that orbit, and total energy of the electron in orbit. Okay, there will be the four derivations, and these derivations are very important for 3 mark. Even in the specimen paper, there is the question that derive the expression for radius of the Bohr stationary orbit. So you will understand all the derivations in a very sincere manner. Firstly, I am writing the topic on the basis of postulates of Bohr's atom model. Firstly, students, I am going to derive the expression for radius of orbit. ठीक है, radius of orbit. Okay, what will be the radius of orbit in which electron is revolving around the nucleus? Okay, what will be the radius of that orbit? Since we are going to derive the radius of we are going to derive the expression for radius of the orbit on the basis of postulate, so we have to write the expressions which were given by the Bohr's atomic model. First expression was, what was the first expression, students? In the first postulate, centripetal force is provided by the Coulomb's force of attraction, right, between the charges, 4 pi epsilon naught r square. It was the first postulate of the Bohr atom. I am writing this expression as a 1. Okay, students. In the postulates of Bohr atomic model, we have discussed the centripetal force will be provided by the force of attraction between the nucleus and the electron. And the second postulate of the Bohr atom was the angular momentum of orbit will be equal to the integral multiple of h by 2 pi. It was the second postulate. I am writing this expression as a 2. Okay, students. Now we have to make the expression for the radius. How you will derive the expression for radius? Firstly, calculate the v from this expression and put the value of v in this expression. Okay, put the value of v in this expression, then you can calculate the value of r. Firstly, what will be the value of v from this expression? Mr will move on the right hand side, 2 pi mr. Okay, it is the here will be the r. It is the expression for v from this expression. Mr move to the right hand side. Okay, now put this value of v in 1. Put this in 1. Now I am writing m. What is the value of v? Here is v square, so I will write square. I am writing this r as it, m over r. Instead of v, I am putting this value. Since there is the v square, so I am writing n square, h square. What will be the square of 2? 4. Then pi square, then m square, then r square. Okay, now equal to, now write right hand side as it, write right hand side as it, z e square. Here I can write e square because e is 2 times 4 pi epsilon naught r square. Okay, students. Now cancel r square with r square. Okay, cancel r square with r square. Here will be again another term which you can cut. M with m square, m. Cut pi with pi square, here will be pi. 4 with 4. Right? Now, what will be on left hand side? N square, h square over r pi m. What will be the on the right hand side? Z square over epsilon naught. Z square over epsilon naught. Okay. Now, since we have to make the expression for r, so move the r on the right hand side. On the right hand side, here will be r, n square, h square. Okay, here will be the epsilon naught. Here will be the z e square. R we have moved, then here will be pi m. Here will be pi m. So, it is the expression for r. It is the expression for r. I am rewriting it. It is the expression for r. And it's very clear from this expression that r is directly proportional to the n square and r is inversely proportional to the z. These are very important concepts. These may be asked to you in the short answer type question, even in the form of MCQ. You should know that how r varies with n. Okay. If principal quantum number is 1, then r will be 1. If principal number is 2, then here will be 4. Then here will be 9. Means to say that if n is 1, r 1 square means 1. N is 2, then here will be 4. N is 3, then here will be 9. Means to say that the orbits are not equally spaced. Orbits are not equally spaced and r varies with the value of n. And r also varies with the value of z. Okay, students. It is the expression for radius of the orbit. Even in the specimen paper, there is the question for 3 marks there. Derive the expression for radius of the orbit. How you will derive? Firstly, you will write 2 postulates of Bohr atomic model. First postulate, second postulate. From this expression, you will write the expression for V. Put that value of V in the equation number 1. Then after the calculations, you can make the expression for R. And what are the conclusion from this expression? The conclusion from this expression is that, students, there are 2 conclusions. R varies with N and R varies with Z. R is inversely proportional to the Z and R is directly proportional to the N square. Clear, students? Yes. Now, what will be the expression for velocity? What will be the expression for velocity of of electron in the Bohr orbit? Okay, I am writing the heading velocity of electron. Okay, students, velocity of electron in Bohr's stationary orbit. Okay, how you can calculate the velocity? By making use of value of r. By making use of value of r, put the value of r, this value, in this expression or in this expression. Yes, it is the expression for velocity. Put the value of r which we have calculated just now in this expression and you will get the value of v. I am writing this v is equal to, then you can start na. If separate derivation may come in your exam, that drive the expression for velocity, then how you will calculate? Then for the for making the expression for velocity, it's compulsory you have to make the expression for r. Okay, so I am writing v nh over 2 pi mr, right? V is equal to nh over 2 pi mr. Now r, what is the value of r? Here is the value of r. I am writing this value. R is n square h square epsilon naught z square pi m. I am putting this value of r in this expression. V is equal to nh 2 pi m. Here I am writing the value of r as n square h square epsilon naught. Here will be z square pi m. Cancel pi m with pi m. nh nh. So the expression for v will be z square 2 nh epsilon naught. It is the expression for velocity. What is the conclusion from this expression, students? What is the conclusion? Conclusion is that v is directly proportional to z and v is inversely proportional to the n. Okay, note that, students, please remember that in case of r varies with n in this manner. R is directly proportional to the n square while v is inversely proportional to the n. Okay, students, you will note down these points. These points may come in the form of MCQs, in the form of short answer type question: how r varies with n, how r varies with z, how velocity varies with n, how velocity with z. And long answer type question for 3 marks: derivation, derive the expression for velocity, derive the expression for radius. Okay, students, thank you. Have a nice day.